You know, I've been the person people borrow money from so often. I've been wanting to talk about this B. Simone thing because I have a take that I think the obvious take is after the H&M thing, we're all rolling our eyes.
Okay, a couple weeks ago, B. Simone went viral for 2 clips.
We've got to insert that reactionary.
Being a best friend with a celebrity, everybody thinks that, because you're connected to this person, then your life is just as grand as theirs, or you got
it, or they helping you.
Baby, didn't have a job, living with my parents, a single mom. All this happened to me this past year.
Jesus.
And then it's like to not have resentment in my heart towards you because I saw you do this for other people. I saw you give a check to somebody to help them through whatever they went through. And it's like, God, like nobody didn't give me a handout, but guess what? That wasn't your responsibility. God had to take me through that for my own season, for my own thing. I had to get my car repossessed.
Jesus.
I had to go through the food stamps line. I had to be on Medicaid because I'm building my story too. But it's like, as a friend somebody who has it, it's hard to digest. They're probably shocked that I'm even saying this right now.
So, number one, the clip with the friend.
Yep.
Now I'm someone that has an apartment or 2 in my name for a friend, dog. Like if my friend got kids, I'll do anything for you. But 1, I don't think that's her best friend. And 2, I must say, I don't know how long that person has been there.
Right? Me neither.
I have had friends that I've helped that can't fucking get it together.
Yeah, same.
In that clip, even though I rolled my eyes at B. Simone, I then thought, if my friend called me in a panic with no place to live, obviously I would do anything. However, we all have that friend that never pays us back.
Mm-hmm.
We all have that friend that we're like, how you got a job and no money? Where does your money go? What is going on? And I started to think about that. And it really made me kind of settle into the feeling of, I have been weeding out friends that really do have that poor money management shit out of my life slowly. Not like I'm trying to dub a broke friend, but on some shit like, fuck, I hate the fact that you always in a bad position. This is my friends without children. I'm not saying that people with kids don't have bad management. It's just, I can't imagine taking care of 2 people.
I'm going to say something problematic on top of that. If you are a friend that I constantly have to get out of a bind, but you fucking? Oh, bitch, don't let me find out you need money, but you just fucked a week ago. You giving up the pussy?
But you need me?
But you need me? Oh, bitch, you better get your act the fuck together.
And then also,
don't be fucking if you are in a bind where you can't ask this man that you're laying down, legs up in the air. You probably riding, because y'all bitches be riding. I don't. You probably riding that nigga dick from the back. But you calling me your friend, which yes, I will help if I can. But you are laid up with somebody who's occupying your space, your body, your mind, and you don't feel comfortable enough to ask.
Not trying to say it's all your pussy, but what are you doing? No, but let me tell you this. So I had this conversation with Brianda because me and her was bitting hard, bitch. Someone asked for $40.
I ain't gonna lie, if someone asked for 40, they really need it.
And another friend asked me for 5,000.
Okay.
In the same 48 hours.
Okay.
So we're talking about this. I'm like, bruh, obviously my friend that needs $40 is getting $100 or $200. Like, I know you need the bread. But the one that, with the 5,000, I said to Bree, I'll be doing lectures if you borrow money from me sometimes. I'll be doing a little lecture. For that 5,000, I was like, I feel like I'll get that back in a second.
Yeah, for sure.
What is it about when someone needs that type of money where it's like, oop, I had a misstep in a check, something happened, it was emergency. But then when it's that little money, you're like, what the fuck?
You'll never get that back. I think a grown ass person, which is why I say when you just said ask a nigga for $100, $200, no. You gotta ask for $1,000. You gotta ask for something with a comma because now just I ask for something with a comma, bitch. But to me, if someone is asking for $40, they don't know how to go get $40.
Well, yeah. Like,
you know what I mean? If you're asking for the $40,
to me, that means the check came out something, a bill hit you wasn't ready for, I got you. Now, the thing that her and I were venting about, because Bree had a situation where someone asked her that too, and she was like, bro, this is hard for me because I just started this new bit. You know, she's doing Trap House with me, and she's like, I'm just thinking to myself, I know this friend makes money. And I know I've been in places where I did it and I would never fucking do it. I'd fucking wait till that Friday, like, I'm gonna get my shit together. I'm not gonna fucking be here putting myself in situations where I'm gonna embarrass myself to ask my friend for $40 that ain't got it either. And I was like, you know what? Some people, and I've said this on the show, someone taught me this lesson. Some people are natural born givers and takers. And for me, for the most part, when my friends are kind of in bad money situations, they've always been giving shit. And they're so used to just taking, they just don't feel like a big deal. And so when I saw this B. Simone clip, it was hitting me a lot because I'm like, she's had her moments that have made me side-eye her. And I like B. Simone a lot. I think she's a sweetie, but she's had moments. But in that one, I was like, nah, that girl's putting that shit on her.
I didn't like that. It reminds me of
You gave
who
someone
was
else
it?
a
It
check.
reminds me of Jay-Z when he said like he stopped going to family functions because every time he went, it was like his cousins and people asking him for money.
I can see that happening to me.
And it's just like, bro, and I mean that's the thing with my dad.
Like the girl moved in with her mom, right? When she said that, Mandii, sorry to interrupt you. Did you not think to yourself, like, okay, you had a place to go? Like, why are we acting like you was on the street with a kid and B. Simone knew? Like that, she was like, I had to move back in with my mom. Like, okay.
But that's the thing. As a friend then, if you couldn't even pay for a roof over your head for you and your child, how much did you want B. Simone to show up for you? Did you want her to put you in an apartment? Like, was B. Simone supposed to show up and then raise a grown woman that she didn't push out of her coochie? I think that we can be supportive for our friends, but I do think that, and I said this is it's a layer take. I hate, you and I have busted our ass. Y'all have seen us for the last 8 years. Like, I remember coming on here just wanting a Gucci belt and the Balenciagas that look like socks. Couldn't even afford a $600 pair of shoes a couple years ago on this pod. And I think that it would be nasty for any of our friends, any of our family members to feel entitled to any of our money because they're unwell. Like, they're not doing well. Like, and me and my friends talk about it all the time. We always uplift each other anytime we can. Like, I'll give my friend a job. I'll find a way to hire my friends. But to me, the entitlement that it seemed like, girl, I saw you give someone else a check, but you couldn't help me.
You don't know what philanthropic shit she's like.
You don't know where, you don't, she said that. She said, I've had liquid cash before. She's like, I haven't. Bro, she has a whole app now. You don't know the investments that people are making. You don't know how much overhead they have for you to just feel entitled to be given a gift.
I will say, if B. Simone knew her friend was struggling bad and maybe didn't, because the girl kind of sounded like she was going through something and didn't receive it. I don't know, it was awkward, but a lot of people were jumping down her throat, and I was like, that wasn't the clip for the throat jump. I think what I saw made me feel sorry, but also people will put that shit on you too. Like, Vinny tried to check her friend about that shit once. So Vinny on Sex Sells, if you watch the unedited version on Amazon Prime, for the Botox one, I talk about that a lot, where he got his dick grew at the Dick Doc in Vegas. It's a thing. And he said that some guy he knows were like, oh, so Weezy's just on vacation and traveling doing this and you're just at work with your dick on TV for her show? And he was like, you know what the fuck Weezy, like, dude, I literally find there's not an episode of Sex Sells where I'm not trying to give Vinny. If Vinny's in 2 little clips, I'm like, he's this and gets this and gets this. Like, you know, he's our tour manager. Like, just like your friends help us with stuff. Like, getting our friends checks is what we're supposed to do. If they're good at what they do.
Yeah, they have to be good at what they do.
I'm not handing Vinny out nothing. Vinny is valuable to my life and worthy. But yes, we should be putting our people on. However, entitlement is insane. With B. Simone's H&M clip, I did look a little sideways. And it was only because I don't think she realized how out of touch she was in that moment.
We about to go into a world war. We in a recession. Eggs is $36. Having a shop at H&M is, listen.
But I watched her Road to a Million video, and never counting someone's pockets, but that was a count, right? I think that's what makes it hard.
But that was also a couple years ago.
It might be someone being a comedian that's just...
But I think so many people don't get to also see her... Like, B used to braid my hair. Like, B used to work as a hostess and a waitress. I would come to Atlanta. We would hang out, and I'd be like, "Girl, I need my." She would braid hair. She would do any and
She
everything
was doing
to get a
that
dollar.
for the million.
She did any and everything that she could do to make money when maybe she didn't. She relocated from Dallas, moved to and who B is to her core. She's a hustler, but she is a good person. So I hate that the clips are coming out and I see the internet talking about her because she has shown up in so many dope ways over the last decade of me knowing her that I hate that this narrative is now being created about her.
I don't think that B is I think that clip is hard to see for people that go through shit.
Yeah.
And we all need to keep in mind sometimes sharing. I was having a conversation with this. I talk about Brooke DeVard a lot when I talk about Black Girl Luxury because, and I said this to the girl doing my makeup this morning, I said, for some reason, Brooke is completely in touch with her demographic. And I think it's because luxury is kind of her brand. So Brooke can get on her fucking phone with her family and board the Delta One lounge, no chairs and have that private security and talk about, oh, I think I might get these, Marcella. I don't know. What about and we love it and we're accepting of it. There are certain people, for some reason, it doesn't hit for us. And I wonder how we figure out that line and when we start to hate. Because I'm never going to hate how rich she gets for some reason. But it was annoying to watch B. Simone say that thing. Why is it? This is a Black girl that came up. We know she's worked hard. She's a comic. We see you getting it out the mud. I don't think B. Simone gives a it was handed to me vibe. Neither does Brooke, by the way. But I'm just saying, what is it? And when do we learn who can do it and who can't? Because I didn't feel bad for B. Simone. I was really sitting there like, bitch, are you serious?
I mean, I think it's demographic. And like I said, I think it's also the timing. It's the time that we are in. There's a lot of people going through it. I've been having the conversation with my friends and I'm like, damn, this year is hitting a lot different than the past couple of years for so many of my friends, for so many of my peers. And I'm like, I was just having a talk with a good friend of mine and savings depleted and trying to come back to finding a new passion. And I said, listen, almost in tears. And I said, listen, as long as I got it, you got it. Don't ever think you can't cover rent. And luckily she ain't fucking nobody right now because otherwise I would have been like, bitch, you better go ask that nigga. But I literally looked at her because I love her daughter. I love her. And I'm just like, listen, as long as I'm your friend, you got it.
Right.
Don't ever think you don't. But it's because she's never she's not someone that's ever constantly asked. I've seen her she's just in an era. We all have these ebbs and flows with life, but boy, do I see life is life right now for so many people. So, like I said, I think that clip didn't hit right now because of the time that we are in. It's real out here for people. It's real. Just as real.
I hope, listen, y'all got that $26. I hope I get it in that book. I'm sorry.
Listen, and I don't know, might be up to 29. It be going on sale. It go between 29 and 26.
I don't know how that happens.
It depends where they get it from.
Oh, okay.